What's going on, folks? Rick here. I'm back with another video, and I'm here to do a quick review of the Spigen Ultra Hybrid Case S with kickstand for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now, real quick, go pick up this case on Amazon or similar vendors to Amazon between $10 to $15 depending on the vendor. I really like the Spigen brand, especially for Samsung products. They offer a wide range of selection, and at the same time, they won't break the bank. So between 10 to 15 bucks is a fairly cheap proposition for really good drop protection. So with that being said, let's unbox this. Real quick, the reason why I kind of go back and forth between pop sockets and kickstands, and the reason why is when I have a non-Samsung device, like I'm filming right now on the OnePlus 7 Pro, which does not have wireless charging, then I'll go with the pop socket. It'll go in the middle over there, and it really won't be an issue in regards to wireless charging. But now that I'm back to a Samsung device with wireless charging, you have the kickstand over here that you could watch content. I'll display that for you in about a second. And then at the same time, this area is free for wireless charging. So without further ado, also there was some questions about yellowing. So my take with Spigen branded products is they're a very good company, a reputable company. Do their cases, especially the white cases, yellow. I don't want to say yellow. Maybe after about 6 months you'll notice some tinting because of all the dyes, I guess, in your clothes and in your pocket. You might notice some tinting going on around the edges. The reason why I like the Ultra Hybrid case is that the back cover is like a hard plastic and the side cover is like a soft plastic. So I think you kind of get the best of both worlds. Instead of just getting a soft floppy TPU that might not be as rigid for drop protection, you have that soft sides to it, so it feels soft, but the back is very rigid, which is pretty good. Also, the reason why I like Spigen branded products, I don't know if my camera is picking this up. Let me try to zoom in on this properly. Okay, get in there, focus. Okay, right there, if you're not seeing it, there's like a little bubble. It's like an air pocket right over there. So all four corners of this case have those bubbles. It's like air cushion technology is what they call it. So most of the time when you're dropping the phone, unless it falls face forward, it's gonna kind of drop at an angle. So these air bubbles are supposed to prevent it from actually damaging the corners of your device or damaging your phone because those pockets support some extra cushioning. And you know, I do feel it. It's quite, it's quite rigid here and quite soft. And those air pockets do the job in regards to protecting the phone. So let's see if I can get my hands on this protective film that we have here. So again, to go back to the whole yellowing aspect. So I look at it like this. If you pay 10 to 15 bucks for a case compared to some of the other brands like OtterBox and some of the more expensive brands that you might purchase in like a T-Mobile store or through Samsung themselves or Verizon store or whatever, they're gonna charge you like 40 bucks for a case, So if after 6 months this starts to yellow and I need to purchase another case because I just don't, I can't take that yellowing look, then 30 bucks for 2 cases over the course of a year, I still think it's money well spent. So with that being said, I don't know, use that with a grain of salt. It does change color, like to a tint, but it doesn't exactly yellow. So if that helps anybody out there. So I'm pulling this film off because I got a lot of flack in my last video for just not pulling it off. So let's slap on the Note 10 Plus in the case. Again, let's try to wipe it off, make it nice and clean and shiny. Even though these phones are fingerprint magnets, no matter how much you wipe it, you're gonna have some smudges. But what you want to do, rule of thumb, is kind of wipe it off as best you can before you put it in the case and kind of wipe the case. But as you can see, there's a ton of fingerprints there, but just for video and filming purposes, I'll just, show you what it looks like with the case on. Again, soft rails, rigid back. So here's the kickstand right here, and it's like a magnet closed kickstand, so it attaches to itself. And let's focus on it. So that's what it looks like, back, forward, face forward. It's perfect for viewing angles. It has that perfect angle when you want to view content or view videos or something of that sort. So it's definitely very nice in regards to viewing videos. Let's see if I can pop something up without getting copyrighted. All right, so here's YouTube. Whatever, let's pick something on YouTube.
Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel.
So again, pretty good for video content and, watching videos at home. If you're at the dinner table or whatever the case may be, you just want to plop your phone down and watch something. It's pretty useful, that kickstand. I think Spigen also sells this kickstand for any Spigen case, like with a glue-on version that you could just glue it on. So let's do a quick hardware tour. Let me lock this. I'm still not used to the phone unlock button being on this side now, so I have to play with the phone for a few days to get used to that. So all the cutouts here are fairly big, okay? So before, when it did have a 3.5mm headphone jack on the Note 9, the cutout was fairly big to fit most headphones, or most 3.5mm headphone jacks that were fairly large. You have a large cutout for the microphone, a fairly large cutout for the USB-C port. You have a cutout for your speaker grill, and a larger cutout for your S Pen. So again, no problems pulling the S Pen in and out. Not an issue here. It comes out fairly easily. You have enough of a groove there that you can grab it. Over here to the right, there's actually no buttons at all. You just have some Spigen branding, some etched in Spigen branding on the side. I guess they're a South Korean company. Then up top you have your resonant chamber, I guess, or your secondary speaker, your stereo speaker here. The cutout is one single hole. Which is the LG G8 had something similar, but I think Samsung is doing a better job with that, where the whole front part of the phone actually will emit the sound, and then up top here, the reason why you have that cutout is more for the sound not being very muffled or tinny, because it's just going through the screen. So you have to have a hole someplace to release that sound. So that's what that extra hole is over there. And then you have another microphone, and there is no cutout for the SIM tray. So if you want to get to the SIM tray or a micro SD, you do have to take the case off. Over here to the left, you have your power rocker, your volume up and down rockers. They're very tactile. I don't know if you could hear those clicks. They click very easily and very well. And then you have your power button as well, again with some Spigen branding here. Let's just take a look at the back. Other than all these fingerprints, I purchased the Aura Glow version, so you're seeing all these different colors with the light shining here. You have a fairly big cutout for your 3 cameras and your depth sensor, as well as your flash. Again, no issues here. If you want to see, there's enough of a recess here that if you place your phone down on the table, the lenses are not going to get scratched at all. So guys, real quick, that was the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. If you have any questions, any comments in regards to this case or any other Spigen branding case, no, I'm not an affiliate of Spigen. I'm not pushing Spigen. I'm just doing a simple review from my point of view. I think Spigen is the best case manufacturer out there for the money, being that cheap. And there were times where I found defects on Spigen cases, and they right away refunded my money and sent me new cases, no questions asked. They're very reputable, so I do recommend you pick up a Spigen branded case for your phone. Alright guys, that's my video, and I'll see you in the next one.